We are live, NBA rundown time. We just finished up talking some NFL. Now we switch the caps, switch the sports, and we move into the NBA. Tyler, how did we not cover that Nuggets game? It's absolutely
It was
disgusting last night.
it was a weird game to run out. I mean, we had a good night though. Thunder, Heat. Who else covered for us? The Nets won outright. Celtics didn't get the job done, but I mean, maybe not as good as I thought they were.
Bro, I don't know what to make of them.
They look really good at home, and then they get in these weird road spots. Another thing is were you 1 year early on Minnesota?
Exactly. I was thinking that last night too.
I think you were a little too early. Like you were like, this team's too big. They're going to be defensively able to stop everyone.
Yeah.
And last year they couldn't do anything. Well, this year looks like the team I think you thought you were getting last year.
And quietly, don't let people find out because it's their favorite person to slander. Rudy Gobert's playing really well. I would trade Towns for anything.
As of right now,
like a Harden return. I know you thought they didn't get crap, but I'll take a Rocco. Who'd they get? Rocco, Batum, and a couple picks. I mean, I would take that.
I wouldn't move him right now.
Why not?
I mean, I just think the way that they're set up, it just kind of like, how many teams can match two bigs? Not many.
But you still have two bigs because you'd have Gobert and Naz Reid.
Yeah, but the outside, Naz Reid could shoot, but like Towns is
he's playing so well.
I agree, but I think this is one of those things where it's like, why mess with something that's working right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, whatever you're bringing in for Towns, is it going to make the team exponentially better? I don't think so. I don't think those guys coming in would make them better.
You don't think like a Batum would help that team?
No, because now what that does is forces more attention on the Ant, because now he is literally the only offensive threat.
All right, we're going to agree to disagree here, Tyler. I say you get rid of Towns by any means necessary. I'm surprised you're pro Towns.
I was all for the Towns for Randall, like straight up. I felt like that fixed almost everything both those teams had going wrong for them at the moment. But then Minnesota started out good, so it's like, I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on anything.
Okay. All right. What else do we want to talk about from last night? Because we got a little extra time, dude. Let's talk some basketball. Do you have someone?
I mean, do we just trail the Nets until they do us wrong?
Yes.
I mean, that team's they're a nice little gritty team. They get the job done. I mean, even without Ben Simmons, their defense is just, they take the ball off of people, and then we just fade this Clippers team spread. I mean, that doesn't look like it's going to work. I don't know about you, but
I mean, it's 2 games in now, right?
But there was multiple plays where like either Harden or Westbrook dribbled it up, took it to a side of the floor. They almost played a 2-man game where the ball never left this corner, and it never touched anyone's hands but those two. And then they missed the shot and got on the other end. That's not a recipe to win.
So this pairing didn't really work in the past. Would you agree?
No, it didn't work because they both need the ball. Neither guy can go stand in the corner and play without the ball anymore.
Well, okay, so I was going to say, when it started to look like it was going to work was when Russ was playing the 5 on offense.
Yeah.
You put him down there in the dunker spot. But now you've made Zubac, and I don't think this team can play small like that, right?
Nope.
What do you want? PG is a small ball 5? You got to be kidding me. He'll be injured in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you ain't putting Kawhi on there, so.
Yeah.
It's a weird built team. I think the owners just kind of swing, like, it's just repeated swings for the fences, like big name and swing for the fences. Next big name that's on the market, they'll be swinging for him too.
I know, but they always get him on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah, they're getting the older guys before they're like after. They're like how the Nets were when the Nets got all the Celtics guys. It's like, here's all of our old guys that are on their way out.
And it sucks because I want the Clippers to be good just for being the inner Lakers hater than I am. But there's not.
Like, if their roster was put together like 5 years ago, Be unstoppable.
No, because 5 years ago the Warriors were in their peak.
If you give me James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, I think I might take them over the Warriors.
I'll take the KD Warriors over that team.
That'd be a fun matchup. But like those guys in their prime, that'd be a fun
KD game. Warriors. Oh man,
I'm just picturing all the times Russ like back in OKC, his defense just chasing Steph around, getting blocks. Like we get some more defensive Russell out there to chase the guards around. Kawhi and PG being just turrets on the wings. Like it wouldn't be good, I don't think, for the Warriors.
Now, Tyler, one of the most popular shows in the history of television is Law and Order, right? And it's a show about justice being served. And I felt justice was served last night in Houston. Can we talk about that game for a second? 128-94.
They pounded that.
I could have gone 0-7 last night, and I went to bed like this. Big smile.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more of the AD news because I thought he was going to play, and he didn't. And it's almost like they just packed it in and were like,
I told you that Rockets was the side.
Yeah, I mean, they packed it in, they let them pound them, and then Rockets was the right side in the end.
Bro, so this team's 4-3 now. I like them a lot. You remember preseason? We have their over, and I said they got a chance to make the playoffs. Are you with me now?
Let it shake out a little bit more. I got to see more from them.
Oh, my gosh. Let it shake out. What do you need to see?
A couple more games. Like 4-3 is not just like me penciling them into the playoffs. I mean, let's just pull up. Let's pull up.
Okay, we know the Jazz suck. They're not going to make it, right?
Yeah, Jazz stink.
The Blazers aren't going to make it.
Western Conference, or this you're showing me last year. So let's get this to this year. The Nuggets will make it. The Mavs will make it. The T-Wolves will make it. The Warriors will make it. The Thunder will make it. The Suns will make it. That's 7 spots.
I got Rockets at number 8.
Well, that leaves the bunch of the Pelicans, the Rockets, the Kings, the Clippers, and the Lakers to all vie for 1 spot.
Wow, you're right. Okay, maybe you're right.
They were on the other side, maybe, but not in this Western Conference.
I think I might take the Thunder out of that automatic spot.
I think they're gonna put up they're gonna be the Kings of last year.
Yeah, they might be. Chet Holmgren's a lot better than I expected. It's funny. I loved him, and then I kind of forgot about him after that year getting hurt. What did you think of my Kings getting the win there last night?
I didn't see much of any of that game spread, to be honest with you. I was watching the Nuggets game.
Yeah, and I flipped over and I watched the last 3 minutes and I watched overtime. I don't care if you're missing De'Aaron Fox, dude. It takes you overtime to beat the Trailblazers. This team's in trouble.
Yeah, they look like they've severely regressed from last year. Like, to win all those games last year and just kind of be like, we're content with where we're at. Like, we're not going to go out and fix anything.
No, I thought that was the right thing to do.
To a point, but, like, I feel like you could have maybe not swing for the fences and go get a big name, but, like, go get somebody to, like, improve you a little bit. And they just kind of rode their guys out, and riding their guys out right now doesn't look like it's working.
Yeah, I think maybe there might have just been a little bit of fool's gold last year.
That happens too, yeah.
I made a big argument for the Phoenix Suns. You told me no. In the end, it was irrelevant because the Suns were laying 1 and they won by 1 point. Did you see anything in that game?
No, I mean, I seen it went to OT. I seen the Suns were pounding them early. I was at work, so I only had one screen, can only watch one game at a time. So it definitely wasn't Phoenix, Chicago as my marquee matchup on my phone. So I didn't watch much of this. It looks like KD, would he start the gas in the end again?
And in the end.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
I mean, that's
Grayson Allen led the team in scoring. How do you like that?
Yeah, he shot a bunch of threes. 8 for 13.
Yeah.
This is the one to talk about. I mean, he's right. SGA just walked out on that floor. So this is
Oklahoma City. Just the money matchup for him, though.
Yeah, and they were underdogs. I mean, he put up 43, 7, and 6, and he missed 7 shots, and he only made 1 3.
That line was weird to me. It should have been Thunder -2.
Yeah, I didn't think that was right. I mean, I finally got the Thunder right, so it's a good thing to finally get
No,
them right.
we're going to be on point with that team.
Yeah. But he looked very good. Josh Giddey doesn't look the same anymore from last year. I think this Chet piece is starting to mess with him.
Crowded backcourt. He might be one that I would think would be better served to be moved on, but I don't know where he fits.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish we had more Lakers fans in here. I can't remember his at, but I was going to say, I knew Jonathan Nelson was going to be watching the rundown with us today. But that Austin Reeves contract, how do you think people are feeling about that, Tyler?
I mean, he looked good in a couple games. To the Lakers, so they're probably overreacting, but wouldn't surprise me if they put it back together right around the deadline again. The thing about them is like, oh, you could sit here and just slander them for 3 months. But
yeah, it doesn't matter because once they get hot, they're still scary.
Not even just that. You go look at their roster, and it's like, oh, every single one of these contracts is tradable, and they fill cap space. So if a guy does demand his way out, they can just go, here's 3 pieces and draft picks, give them to us.
Yeah. I know, as much as I want to enjoy this, I already know this team's going to turn around and be the team that no one wants to play. It's going to be like last year. Remember how bad they started last year?
Yep.
And then it was like they ended up making the Western Conference Finals.
I think they put too many guys on that team too. Like they went out and just kept buying, and now it's like, all right, well, what do you do? Well, we don't know what you do, so what do you do? You know what I mean? Like they don't know what any of these guys are actually meant there to be for.
Yeah. I also think when your team leader's completely checked out on defense.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help.
I mean, I don't think players will say it, but I think there's so many players that don't like playing with LeBron. All he does is stand down there in the post and then just point on defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. You want to dive into tonight's games? I mean, we're kind of
I got the projections up now. Let's dive right in. On Bookmaker, the Milwaukee Bucks are -2. The total's 241.5. I have this game projected 118 to 116 for the Milwaukee Bucks. Tyler, that would indicate we should take an under, but we're not going to do that. No. We're not falling for that trap.
And a firearm could come into this picture right now and get put to the side of my head, and I wouldn't click that button on the under.
Okay, I probably would.
I would.
With a firearm.
Nope.
I'm scared to die.
Because they're going to score 250 points in this game. The Pacers offense just
I'll lose a bet before I get shot in the head, Tyler. Wait, is it a BB gun? Maybe I'll think a BB is for it.
It could be anything.
These projections are wrong. The projections told us to go under on the Pacers yesterday too, right?
Yeah. I just don't think any projections you find can factor in how fast this Pacers offense is playing. Every projection is just going to be like, oh, take the unders because these totals are going to be 240. And you're going to get to the third quarter going into the fourth, and the Pacers are going to have 110 already. It's like, well, here we go.
So if we don't like the under, do we like the over?
I think it's over or pass.
Okay. Well, we only have 2 games on the slate, so.
I mean, Milwaukee can't defend anyone, and now we're about to get this Pacers team that's about to run and gun with way more bodies. I'm on the Pacers here at home plus the 2. Both teams played yesterday, so it's not like anyone's like overreacting to it back-to-back. Looks like Dame's probably not going to play. That's going to limit.
Up.
He's got a Q tag on him, right calf soreness, so that's going to limit Milwaukee's offense big time. Pacers win this game outright. I'm on the Pacers. Some of the performance doubles, Halliburton double and win plus 162. Let's see what else we can get. Benedict Mathurin 5 rebounds and win plus 330. Miles Turner 3 threes and win Indiana plus 540. Indiana's winning this game spread.
You like Indiana, huh?
Yep.
All right, plus 110 on the money line. All right, we got to throw this on. This is why I laughed. I wasn't laughing at
this one, yeah.
Tyler would rather take a shot to the head and die than take a loss on his record. I respect that. You have to, right? This is why you're the man of the people, Tyler.
When you're betting for the people spread, you gotta let them.
You're
know
willing to die for
you
your
would rather
things.
die than lose their money.
Yeah, you know what, Tyler? It's like the Tupac quote, right? A coward dies at 1,000 deaths. A soldier only dies once. I guess I'm dying 1,000 deaths over here. You're only going to die once. What? No wonder people love Tyler. Hey, Jason Graham's got a good point. He says he watched the game, felt like the Pacers didn't play well, and they still put a point. Hey, so perfect rotation. You got to explain on this. He says Pacers are my sleeper team. They are so stacked, and no one realizes yet. I don't realize. Explain it to me, perfect rotation. How are they stacked? Are they really stacked, Tyler?
I mean,
they just have a stud.
They got a lot of bodies. I mean, Halliburton's a stud.
Halliburton's a stud. And then what else do they have to where they're stacked?
I mean, Miles Turner is not a terrible center in the league. He's probably
What'd you say? He's 10th best center?
Somewhere in there, yeah. Just the guys that wrap around those guys. Like, they're not great players, but Halliburton's passing makes them a lot better. Like Bruce Brown, great glue guy. Aaron Nesmith, defender that can stand in the corner and hit threes. Like these are guys that Halliburton makes better. Benny Matherin can cut and get to the hoop, get rebounds, play defense. When Halliburton's in, he just makes his offense flow, and he finds these guys spread.
All right. Let's go to the chat. They're answering my question. Perfect rotation says the Knicks let go of Obi Toppin. That's my first. Denver letting go of Brown. That's my second. Two players you mentioned is Obi Toppin you left out. As a Knicks fan, how do you feel about Toppin on the Pacers?
Yeah, I mean, here, hold on. I got a phone call.
All right, you take that phone call. I'm going to go with what our guy Jason said. He says Bruce Brown hasn't figured out his role yet. I'm not sure Toppin has either. They will be scary with more time. Good coach as well. All right. Indiana Pacers, team that Tyler was high on when we did our season predictions. Their total was 37.5. I leaned towards the under, but I didn't feel strongly about it. So I didn't really give him a lot of pushback when he said over on the Pacers. So far, they look to be that way. But what more importantly over is this total. So Tyler likes Pacers +2 at home. Likes the total of 241. I hate betting against the Bucks, Tyler.
They can't play defense right now, spread.
And you know what's so funny? You say right now.
Look at all their games recently. They couldn't even close the game last night.
Well, Giannis got kicked out for like the most BS foul ever.
But still, the games he's in, they still can't close. And if this game's close down the end and Dame Lillard's not playing, who's going to take these crunch time shots? Giannis?
Chris Middleton.
Yeah. Good luck.
Oh, my gosh. Hurting my heart here, Tyler. Hurting my heart. All right, so Tyler likes the Pacers. He's making some good arguments, too. Let's talk about the next game, Tyler. It's the Atlanta Hawks. They're -3.5. It says the home team's the Orlando Magic, but not so fast, guys. This game is being played in Mexico City. The total here is 232. Weird game to handicap, Tyler. That's all I have.
I mean, this is indoors, so I don't think it really matters, but doesn't the heat get very bad when they play these games?
The heat isn't the issue, it's the altitude. It's higher than Denver.
Under? They're going to gas.
I thought the altitude led to more scoring.
I think altitude just makes it harder to breathe. That's why you see teams go into Denver and play good for 2.5 quarters, and it's like, why are those guys just dying left and right?
Yeah, but if they're dying, aren't people just going to be able to get to the rim and make easy layups?
But it makes your legs tired. Like,
here, I'm going to look up NBA games in Mexico City.
Yeah, look that up, because if that's the case, and if the altitude does factor, I do like the under there, because even though the defense will slow down, their legs are going to get tired taking jump shots. I don't think they're just going to be able to walk to the rim every play. So I'd lean under there. I mean, man, a neutral-sighted Atlanta game is just an ugly sight to play, to be honest with you.
I mean, I already think it's a tough game, don't you?
Yeah, like, I'm not fully out on Orlando. I think they're all right. Like, I don't think they're good, but I think they can be frisky and maybe fight for a playing spot. Atlanta, anywhere out of Atlanta, is just an awkward team for me to play. I think I just stay away from this one spread. I think I just bet the Pacers tonight and wait for tomorrow's huge slate.
All right. I'm looking up some of these. I'm trying to article. I want just like a list. They've been going to Mexico longer than I realized.
They should send him to Brazil with all these Brazilian accounts.
Dude, are those things just so weird or what?
They're hilarious.
They're hilarious. I'm getting old. I think it's weird.
You're also the guy that likes like the bright red quartz.
Bro, what's up with the bright red quartz?
We want to play on the bright red quartz spread. Can't
Let's
even
see if Wikipedia. Okay, Wikipedia got it for me. Regular season games. Let's go recently. Okay, so 126 to 108, the Bulls against the Pistons last January. In December, the Heat beat the Spurs 111-101. In 2020, the Bucks 116-103 against the Hornets. And that should have been a high-scoring game. So I think you're right here about the under. 121 to 119, the Spurs over the Suns, but that was OT to get to 240. The Mavericks 122-111 against the Pistons. My guess is that game was probably an over. The Knicks and the Wizards 101 to 100. Now we're back to 2018, so these out. But just a look at these scores, Tyler, I think you're right. I mean, obviously it doesn't have the totals next to them, but I don't see a lot of games over 220 here.
Yeah, I think that's if you're gonna bet this game, I think you just take the under. That's my take on this last game.
I hate taking NBA unders right now, though.
It's just a different, like, it's a neutral court. Nobody has a feel for the hoop. It's higher altitude than Denver, so they're not used to dealing with it. This is one of those ones where we could think we're dead in the first quarter because they score 60-some points. And then you just slowly watch the scoring tick down every quarter because the guys are getting tireder and tireder, and they can't breathe because of the altitude.
Okay, so Tyler making a good case here for the under. As far as the side goes, I have this game 114 to 112 in favor of the Hawks. Magic are casting plus 3.5. Magic are actually a team that I think I like a little more. But here's what I'm worried about on when I'm looking at Basketball Monster here. Jonathan Isaac's probable. Boy, if Jonathan Isaac plays, I really want to take Markelle Fultz's question. I don't really care about that as much. I kind of want to take Orlando plus the points, Tyler. What do you think?
I think the side is legit a coin flip. With it being a neutral, I think anything can happen winner-wise, but I think this game's pretty low scoring.
All right. So we'll take under 232 there, and probably plus 2 there for the Pacers game. Perfect Rotation says betting against the Bucks has always seemed scary because of the name, but the way they are playing defense is no bueno. Halliburton eats and they on the road. Nah, Perfect Rotation's not taking the Bucks there. All right, Tyler. Only a 2-game slate, but we kind of had some fun talking the NBA. Do we have any other things that we need to talk about?
No, not that I can think of right now. I mean, small slate we talked about yesterday. In-season tournament starts back up tomorrow, so we'll be on for that, talking that. We got a big slate tomorrow, so should be fun.
Yeah, it's a 9-game slate tomorrow. The in-season tournament will be back. You know who we're playing, Tyler? The Kings.
Who's that?
We play the Thunder.
Oh boy, I'm on the Thunder in that game.
Are we gonna get
I haven't seen the
smoked?
spread yet, but
Can I go to tomorrow? Where's my Fox News?
let's see if there's a line on FanDuel.
Okay, if Fox is playing, can I take the Kings?
I mean, they can't even beat the Portland Trailblazers.
What the hell's without their best player?
In his first game back? Nah. Is it in OKC?
No, it's in Sacramento.
Maybe. We'll see what the spread is.
All right. Right now, I think it's going to be about -2. What are they saying here? I think it's going to be about -2 for the Kings. That would be my guess, but I don't know if they put that up. I know they are bottom 5 without him. Oh, no, I don't have a line for that one yet. Suns are -3 against the Lakers tomorrow.
Got to see who's all playing.
AD's, yeah. AD questionable, Devin Booker doubtful. I still hope the Suns win that game. Rockets playing the Pelicans, Tyler. Am I going to be able to take some Rockets action there?
Maybe. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves now.
I'm trying to do that. Celtics are going to host the Nets. No lineup for that one. Wizards are -2 against the Hornets. How disgusting was that game for us?
I'm never betting that game again.
Pistons are +8 against the Sixers. That we crossed them off too, right?
Yeah.
I'll play them when Durant comes back.
Yeah, maybe when Darren comes back, but not right now.
Is he still out?
Who knows? They won't list him until 10 minutes before the game starts.
Yeah. Jaden Ivey's still out. Alec Burks is still out. Monte Morris is still out. Nick Batum, the most underrated player by Tyler, probable for the Sixers. All right, there you have it, Tyler. Best bet for the day for the people.
Pacers money line.
All right, Tyler's got the Pacers money line. I'll just copy him, I guess. God, we got to bet against Giannis.
He's by himself. It looks like, and they can't play defense right now.
Why are you doing this to me? He's like the best person in the whole NBA. All right, Pacers it is. We will be back tomorrow. What's the order? We do NBA first, and then we're going to be on with JC at 1:30, right?
Yep.
We'll be back tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Enjoy the games tonight. We like the Pacers and the under in the Magic and the Hawks.